Hello everybody from Plant Review. I have a few more tulips in flower today, 16th of April 2020. I guess still mid-spring in Kent, England. We'll start, this the tulip red impression. As you can see, is in absolutely perfect shape. Some of the daffodils around Sissi are a little bit leaning towards the ground. I'm not too sure what is happening. Uh, Possibly, yeah, some bulbs at the bottom are actually displacing the bulbs at the top, the daffodils. So, anyway, daffodils still look very green. I will check out what is going on there. Anyway, the red impression here in the garden is absolutely gorgeous. The flowers, as you can see, again, bright red with a very dark black center and surrounded by a yellow border. The flower is huge, is about 12 centimeters wide and about 12 centimeters tall. In the garden they are absolutely able, as you can see, to stand many weeds and give an absolute wonderful contrast with this bright red against the green of the foliage. Here I have another tulip. Well, talking about foliage, this is a tulip that I like a lot for the foliage, not very much for the flower. The flower is like pinkish red, not very big, is about 6-7 centimeters wide, as you can see, but with the dark center, with some yellow stripes as well. But the foliage is absolutely stunning. It's grayish green with spotted with some brownish maroon lines and spots. That's a plant that is about 25-30 centimeters tall, so it's good for the foreground, and the foliage is absolutely, again, wonderful. The flower is not very bright, unfortunately, but if you like pastel colors, again, that might be the variety for you. This is the Tulip Princess Charmant. I suppose it's a gragey variety. The gragey, usually they have spotted leaves. A nice tulip for the border. It's not really my cup of tea, but as again, if you like pastel colors, it's an absolutely gorgeous flower to have in the garden. Here I have, well, I have some Tulipa Vedensky in flower. This is a species tulip. The Vedensky is about 30 centimeters. Yeah, 30 centimeters. 35 centimeters tall, leaves as usual like a grayish green. The flower is very bright, it's like orange scarlet, with the center that is this kind of peculiar. Is like it looks striped because the center of the petal has a dark black stripe surrounded by fading black area that is that terminates in some with some yellow base. Is absolutely incredible. The color of the flower, yeah, here you can see, is nicely in focus. The Tulipa Vedensky, this is a species tulip. Unlike the first two varieties, this is not really a plant bulbs you can find in the garden center. I bought it online. Yeah, that's from Verberdia, this one. Yeah, I actually bought some other Tulipa Vedensky. I will show you later. Actually, I have a pot with even more flower. Here we have one of the most beautiful and possibly actually my favorite, well, two of my favorites. That's the Batalini Red Hunter that put together with the Linifolia. Even if it's a very small tulip, it's about 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters in diameter. The color is absolutely the most beautiful red you can see, and the center of the flower is jet black. The tulip itself is not very tall, it's about 20-25 centimeters. Very strap-like leaves, grayish green, and that's a good plant for the front of the border, or obviously for a pot. I have here, yeah, as you can see, that's a Tulip linifolia. This tulip well, is first bloom, it just started blooming. As you can see, the flowers are very similar to the Batalini, but the leaves are very different. The leaves are undulated, and this is a much smaller species. It's about 10-15 centimeters tall, but the flower is about the same size of the Batalini Red Hunter. Again, here I have some more Tulipa Vedensky. As you can see, the color, yeah, you can just see how vivid is the color, this bright orange. Sorry, I'll try to focus from here. Yeah, yeah, you can see how vivid is the color. Again, if you like orange scarlet flower, this is absolutely a plant I can recommend. And here we have a plant that kind of similar in color. The shape is different. This is like a variety of tulip. It's the Tulip Bourbon Street. I bought it in a garden center. The petals and sepal are bright orange, almost the same tone as the Vendensky. The flower, by the way, is much bigger. It's about 7-8 centimeters tall and 8-9 centimeters wide. The tulip is tall, is much taller. It's about 55 centimeters tall. Very good in the garden, but obviously in a pot as well. And the center of the flower is yellow with a kind of fading black area, as you can see. It is kind of similar to the Vendensky. I'm not too sure if there's actually might be the Vendensky in the parentage of this tulip, because also the leaves don't look very dissimilar to this one. This is definitely a tulip I can recommend in the garden. Here we have, well, this is a pretty interesting tulip. This is a kind of fragrant tulip. Yeah, there's like a sweet fragrance. Again, it's not tulips are not really recommended for as the most fragrant flowers, but some of the tulips are indeed fragrant if you stick your nose into them. That's the Tulip Red Dress. This is a plant that is about 35-40 centimeters tall. The foliage is the usual, like grayish green, but the flowers are very distinctive. They are undulated. You can see very, they look actually, yes, like a dress, like a gown with like a frilly dress, really. They are dark, like darkish magenta red, yeah, with a bright yellow center and the black stamens. Again, this is a plant that is slightly fragrant, so that's a plant I can definitely recommend if you like unusual tulip. And now going a little bit further down in the garden, here I have some tulip. I don't remember the name of the tulip. If I remember correctly, that's the Queen of the Night. It's a very dark red tulip, very dark, with a dark purple center surrounded by a white border. Uh, this is a very beautiful tulip. It's about 50, no sorry, 40, 45 centimeters tall, with a flower that look almost velvety, and um, it's slightly fragrant as well. And the flower is about 6-7 centimeters tall, and about 6-7 centimeters wide as well. This is the second year that these tulips flower. I have three at the moment in flowers. Last year I planted six, so probably this is not the best spot for these tulips. As you can see, in the second year I had only three tulips born, so might be that I'm sure the other ones might be eaten when they were germinating, or just uh, not adapted very much to this area. And here I have the one of the most famous tulip, that's the tulip ballerina. A slightly fragrant tulip that's about 45-50 centimeters tall. It's very peculiar because the stems are very slender. They gently undulate in the wind, as you can see. Well, my camera is not very very firm anyway, but it's an absolutely elegant tulip. The color is not particularly vivid. Is this kind of light orange, still a nice color. Again, if you like probably kind of pastel color, it might be the flower for you, with a bright yellow center and yellow stamens. The tulip is slightly fragrant, so that's an added bonus to this tulip. I hope you enjoyed this video, and well, if I had to choose a tulip for the color, well, other than the red impression that I showed you at the start of the video, as you know I love the red, probably as a variety, the Bourbon Straight is a tall variety for the garden, for unusual flower. I would really recommend the dress. The as bright tulip species, for if you like tall ones, the Vendensky, and if you like small tulips, definitely the Linifolia. This one, I will do another video on the Linifolia when I have some more flowers, or the red Natalini, this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.